Right now, I will quickly show you the best features of the Redmi Note 14S. Starting off the Game Turbo, let's quickly go for the security application. And from here, as we scroll down, we can find the Game Turbo application here in Common Features, but if you cannot find it right here, you can scroll all the way down, and here you can swipe up to open Toolbox. And you can find this Game Turbo for sure right here in these tools. And this basically is for gaming. It will improve performance while gaming on your phone, on your Redmi Note 14S. You can enable this Game Turbo from here by going into the settings, in this Game Turbo, and here's the switch to enable it. And so this is the first feature. Let me quickly exit this Game Turbo. The next thing right here, we have the Hide Apps feature, which is also available in this toolbox right here. We can find the Hide Apps right here. So here, as we go in there, we have the list of all of these applications on our device. We can select any of these applications and now they will be hidden. And to enter hidden applications menu, you'll have to go into the home screen, and from here spread two fingers apart from each other on the home screen, and it will open this hidden apps menu, as you can see, and they are not available in this in the regular in these applications right here in the app drawer. Alright, the next thing I want to show you is the LDAC. Let's go for the settings. We'll go for the Bluetooth, and right here, actually I don't have any Bluetooth device connected, but this phone actually does support LDAC codec. So this means that if you are listening to music and your headphones or earbuds do support LDAC, you will have this high definition like sound on your headphones, a very nice experience by listening to your music. So yeah. Also, what we have here, one of the nice features on the Redmi Note 14S is the dual SIM. And let's go for the mobile networks, and as you can see here, we have the first SIM card and the second SIM card. So if you are, for example, having your private SIM card and, like, for example, business SIM card, you can have two of them in one phone right here, and that's pretty cool. The next thing I want to show you is the NFC. So let's go for the more connectivity options, and here we can find NFC. With this feature, we can pay, for example, with our phone. We don't have to carry our cards, credit cards, or anything like this with us. If you are going shopping or anything like this, we can simply pay using our phone. The next thing I want to show you right here is the function double tap to wake, and we have to go for the lock screen, and here is this feature, double tap to wake or turn off screen. Basically, for some reason I'm not able to actually turn off the screen by double tap, but it is perfectly fine working when double tap to wake the screen, as you can see. So this is also one of the cool features right here. And another one, which is personally my favorite, let's go into the settings, and from here we have to go for the notifications and status bar, and here is this option to show connection speed on the status bar. As we enable this one, here right next to this signal strength icon, we will have the icon with the connection speed, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, next thing I want to show you is the button shortcuts, which is also pretty nice. Let's go for the home screen, and from here we will have to go for the system navigation. And a quick note that this only works with the buttons, because if you are having gestures selected, if you're using gestures to navigate through your phone, there will be no button shortcuts available. So as you're using buttons, here we have the button shortcuts, and you can set up like 6 different shortcuts right here, like for example close current application with the combination of power button and back button. So let me quickly show you. As I press these two buttons simultaneously, it will like close this application, which is kind of a weird shortcut for this back button, but never mind though. That's basically a cool feature to set up some shortcuts if you want. Right here there's the list of all of these shortcuts which you can perform. And next thing I want to show you is the equalizer, and we will be able to find it in the sound and vibration. Let's go in there, and as we scroll all the way down, here we can find sound effects, and let's see, here we have the graphic equalizer, and here we can change the different kind of tones for our music, basically for any type of sound which will be played through our phone. So this is pretty nice. You can like crank up the bass if you like to, if you're listening to some, I don't know, bass music, I don't know, like, yeah, but basically there's the equalizer and you can use it right here pretty nicely. And the next thing I want to show you right here is the fingerprint effects, and we can find it in the wallpaper and personalization, I believe, and right here we will be able to find this fingerprint effects. Currently there are like 4 effects available, and if you are, as you can see, I personally like this one, it's pretty nice. And if you're unlocking your phone, it will have this nice effect of this like kind of glowing thing right here. Next thing I'm gonna show you is the icons changing. So let's go for the settings again, and here in the wallpaper and personalization we will be able to go for the icons, and here actually no, we can only change the size of the icons and eventually the color of these icons, but I actually want to show you. Let's go, we have to go for the themes application, and right here I will quickly go for my account and themes, and I for example like icons that this theme provides. And what I want, if I want only these icons but with my previous theme, I can press to customize and I can unselect all of these things but only select icons, and this, as I press apply button, this will apply these kind of icons on my phone right here, as you can see, but it will leave the previous theme that I previously had. So that's a very nice feature. You can highly customize your phone however you'd like. The next thing I want to show you right here is the dual apps. This is a pretty nice feature. Let's quickly go for the settings, and from here we will have to scroll all the way down and go for the additional settings. And here as we scroll down again, oh actually no, my bad, we have to go back and go for the apps. Right here we will be able to find dual apps, and as we go in there we can make a clone of our application, whatever application we'd like. And this is pretty useful for the WhatsApp application, since as you know there is no way to have multiple accounts on one WhatsApp application, so you can create second WhatsApp application and you can use it like for business, for example, or anything like this. So that's pretty cool. The dual apps feature is very nice. The next thing right here we have the accessibility button, which will allow us to perform many different functions, I mean many different actions using this one. So let's scroll all the way down and we will have to go for the additional settings, and from here go for the accessibility. And from there we have this accessibility button. Let's tap on this one and here we can enable it. Let's press this switch and here we will be able to use this accessibility button somewhere. It is not visible for some reason. I have to like turn it on somewhere else. I'm not sure why it's not working. Oh, right here we have to enable the accessibility menu shortcut. I forgot about it. So let's turn it on real quick, and here we have this accessibility button, and here we can change the volume, we can turn off our phone, lock the screen, and some other stuff without using buttons or anything like this. So that's pretty cool. And what is it about the toggles? Oh, this is basically this quick settings right here. So yeah, the accessibility button, that's pretty nice. The next thing I want to show you is the gesture shortcuts. So we will have to go back from here, go for the additional settings, and here we have gesture shortcuts. And right here my personal favorite is the shortcut for the flashlight, which is the double press the power button to enable the flashlight. I really like this shortcut, and as we enable this one, let me quickly show you. I can quickly turn on and turn off the flashlight by double pressing the power button. That's a very nice feature. I liked it. Real. And the next thing right here we have the sidebar, and let me just quickly find out where do we enable it. In the additional settings, I believe somewhere here there should be this sidebar available, but I'm not really sure if this sidebar feature even was in here. Let me quickly find out. Let's go for these settings right here and insert input sidebar. I think it was in the security application or something. Yeah, that's right here. Let's open this sidebar toolbox, and as you press the switch to enable it, now we will have this sidebar available, and with this one we can quickly open different applications, as you can see, and you can kind of customize it. I believe as we press this plus icon here we can adjust it, we can actually make some different things. This is basically the quick shortcuts for different applications, so that's pretty nice. Very cool feature. The next thing I want to show you is the memory extension, which is also pretty useful in case if you're lacking the RAM memory. So let's go into the settings, and from here scroll all the way down and go for the additional settings. And right here, as we scroll down right here, we will be able to find this memory extension, and currently as you can see I have 8 GB selected, and this basically will create additional RAM memory by occupying the storage. And yeah, that's pretty nice. You can also disable it, you can set a smaller amount of this RAM, and if you are willing to change it, you will actually obviously have to reboot your device to apply these changes. So yeah, the memory extension. The next thing I want to show you is the second space, which is very interesting and very cool. As we go for the second space, here actually we have to turn it on, so let me quickly turn this one on and let's quickly set it up. And this basically is like the second phone or something like this on your device, and that's pretty cool. Like you have two different desktops, like, you know what I mean. Let me just quickly show you in a moment. let's wait for all of this to switch real quick, and you will see that we have kind of two different spaces on our device. Here, let's quickly set this one up. We will go, oh, you can additionally, this is like the very nice feature for the second space, that you can switch between spaces using the password. So when you're unlocking your phone, you can set a different password for this second space. Let me quickly show you. My phone is kind of lagging. Alright, and now we have to set up the password for the second space, and now as we press confirm, alright, let's wait for this. This is this fingerprint. I will actually skip this one, so we'll not make this video any longer. And now we're currently in the second space, and as I will lock my phone and try to unlock it with the regular pattern, as you can see, it will switch to like regular space right here. And when I lock this phone again and try to unlock it using this second pattern, which I previously just set up, as you can see, it will unlock our phone with no problem, and it will automatically switch to the second space. So that's very nice. That's pretty cool. What we have next is the heart rate. Let me just quickly show you, but let's switch from this second space right here. And alright, let's wait for the switch. And yeah, right here we have this heart rate. So basically we can measure heart rate using our phone, which is pretty nice. We don't actually need the smartwatch or anything like this to measure the heart rate. And here it will measure your heart rate using this fingerprint sensor. So simply cover the icon with your finger, just like this. And while performing this heart rate scanning, you will basically, I recommend you to stand still and don't actually talk, and it will give you the most accurate readings. As you can see, currently my beats per minute are 109, which is pretty weird, but that's because I'm actually talking, and the readings might not be accurate because of this. So I recommend you, where you're performing this heart rate scanning, I recommend you to actually stand still and don't talk, and wait this like around 15 seconds for this heart rate to complete. And the next thing I want to show you is the always on display over 10 seconds. So basically, let me quickly show you. Let me explain the problem, because right here, if you want to enable the always on display, let's go for the wallpaper personalization, and here always on display. And as we want to enable it and change for what amount of time we want to display these items, here we can only set it up for only 10 seconds after tapping, and after this 10 seconds all of this stuff will disappear. So let me quickly show you how you can actually enable always on display for like always at all the times. So let's go back, and we will have to first of all enable the developer options. So we'll have to go for about phone, and from here go for the detailed info and specs right here. And from here you have to press a couple of times the OS version, I believe. Yeah, you'll have to press a couple of times the OS version, and you'll be able there will be notification that you are a developer. So from now we have to go for these developer options. Let's go back, scroll all the way down, and go for the additional settings. And from here scroll down again, and here we have the developer options. And as we go in there, from here we have to scroll all the way down again, and after we are all the way down, scroll up, and here you will find this option, reset to default values. Tap on this one a couple of times, and there will appear this button to turn on system optimization. I actually highly do not recommend to do this if you're if you don't care about this, the overall always on display. I don't recommend you to do this, because it will make your phone unstable, your system unstable. There might be some bugs and some other stuff, but if you actually want this always on display for over 10 seconds, let's disable this feature. And here is also this information that this feature is intended only for developers. Let's press accept, and right now, as I will lock this phone, and let's wait for the always on display to appear, as you can see, and now it will be available like always. It will not be only for 10 seconds, but like at all the times. So that's also pretty cool. That's one of the best features in my opinion, but also I do not really recommend you to disable this optimization, because your phone will get unstable and some other stuff, some other weird things will happen. So yeah, that's all about these best features of the Redmi Note 14S. Thank you for watching.